Hello, my name is Gerry Lewy, and I'm going to be showing you different kinds of hammers and ring clamps that I find very good to use. One is not so good, and I'll show you why I have a lot of displeasure in using it. Let us first go to my hammer. This particular hammer weighs about 188 grams. It is a very heavy, very long hammer to use for channel setting, for bezel, and for gypsy. This is too heavy for the hand. This is my most favorite hammer that I use. It is an 85 gram weight. It is easy to hold. It's just the one I would use for setting those three kinds of settings. Let us go now into my choice of ring clamps. We'll start with the one that I've been using for many years, but I figured I should just put it away into my inventory. This is what happens when you continually put your peg into the bottom part of the clamp to hold it in place. The ring clamp just literally falls apart. You'll see that there's grooves inside where the ring was made, and it has its own recess, and what happens is that the leather falls away, the glue doesn't hold, and it's really a waste. Look, I'm holding it and just literally falls apart in my hands. Am I going to use this again? No, but I show my students what happens with these, shall we call it cheap wooden clamps. They just literally fall apart. My favorite one for large rings is this kind of a clamp with a pivot in the center made out of steel. It's not made out of brass, but it's made out of steel. This kind over here, you'll see it's made of brass, and it just doesn't hold up to continual daily and weekly and monthly use. It is a good ring clamp to use. I'll go to another one. This is a side screw on the side, but it's like a mini vise in your hand. So when you're going to be doing some setting, it's going to be very good. The ring doesn't slide around. It's locked in tight, and I'm very happy with it. The downfall is this screw in the side. It interferes with your fingers, and if you hold it this way, it'll cut into your palm of your hand, and it causes you a lot of grief while you're trying to hold it on tight. It is almost good. Now we're going to go into my favorite little one. I've had a few people asking me, where do I find it? It's in every tool book. I won't mention the names. I don't see who's the best kind of ring clamp to use. It's called an inside ring holder. Why I like it is my hands come around it. I can hold it tight. There's no screws to hold and to hurt my hand, and it's fantastic. Now, go back to this particular ring clamp, is that you can hold your ring flat, and you can set some stones on the side, or the side of the shank or the mount, and the ring fits on these little sections, and you can open it up, and it holds it in tight. So it's for dual purpose. That is for your choice. So let's go back. Hammer is too heavy. Fantastic. Oh, the plastic one. I nearly forgot about this one. What happens is after many hours, your hands are going to perspire. So what happens? Your perspiration isn't absorbed into the plastic, and it's going to be almost unhealthy after a few hours. And look what happens. In my fingers, I can just release the peg. And what happens now? There. It's not secure. The ring fell out. The peg came out in my fingers even. So these are the two guys I suggest, or two clamps I suggest you look into. This one inside ring clamp holder. This one with the screw in the side. But as a third option, the wooden one. Remember, I'll go back again. With this kind of a wooden handle, you don't get the close proximity as you would with this kind of a clamp. This, above all, is about $50 to $65 Canadian, if you don't mind, but it's well worth it. I use this continually in my classes, my private training, and the students go gaga over it. They love it. They say, oh my God, where'd I find this? I said, it's any tool catalog in the States and Canada. They are fantastic. Has a locking mechanism with a hexagon key, with the inside interchangeable plastic holding for the device. As this particular one has 9 different kinds of plastic to hold in different sizes of rings. This is good, and it's with a pair of pliers I can hook onto that ring, and it's no chances for that to flop around. So this is not good, unhealthy, no absorbing of the perspiration of the hand. So these are my choices, my friends. I don't say which one's best, but here are the options. And this one is forget it. I'm not even going to talk about that one. It's not for me. And here's my poor little ring. He got left out. So I would say, if you have the option, 1, 2, or 3, and a lightweight hammer. Remember, you have to have a